Hello everybody. So today's video is going to be very different. As you guys can see, I have roses here on my nail table, which that's why I have this towel underneath, because I am going to work here and it is my nail table. These roses were from Valentine's Day. Excuse any background noise that you may hear. These nails were from Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day was, of course, February 14th. Today is February 25th, and they are starting to dry out. Sorry, guys, the video cut off at a point that I didn't realize, so that's why this is already like that. But I'm going to show you how we got there. So as I was saying, they are starting to dry out, but inside of them, the petals are still moist. As you can tell when I pull them, they're still very vibrant in there. So the stems and everything are really good and green still. So what we're looking for is we're looking to have this give us roots, right? So I've never done this before, and I'm usually really good at planting things and getting them to grow, whether that's with fruits and vegetables or whether that's flowers, but I've never done roses. Nevertheless, store-bought roses, which I heard are more difficult to get them to give us roots. But we're going to give this a try, and I'm also going to follow up to make sure that, you know, if they grew or not or what happened. Anyway, what we're looking for, and this is a pretty long stem here. What we're looking for is we're looking for these places. Let me see if this will focus. Okay, so you see this place is right here, not a thorn, but these places would be where the rooting process would start. So there's one, two, three. Again, that's a thorn, so you wouldn't count that, but there's one right above it. You see the difference? Thorns are usually pointed down. These are pointing upwards. There's another one right there, and I'm not sure if this is another one, but it looks like that can be another one here. So basically, as you guys see here in the background, I have already done it because the video was already playing when I started, and all of a sudden it cut off. So what we want to do is we want to cut the rose at a 45-degree angle with some good scissors. 45-degree angle, and we also want to cut the bottom part at a 45-degree angle. And this one actually has that piece right there, so I'm gonna go right above it. 45-degree angle. And as I was explaining when this video cut off, is you want to make sure that the pieces that would reroot, the ones that I just showed you, are pointing upwards. So I'm going to show them again. These pieces here, these, you want to make sure that when you put them in the soil, they're pointing upwards and not downwards like this. Like they have to be pointed a particular way, or so I've seen. Anyway, you're going to grab a good pair of a good kitchen knife or whatever it is, and maybe half an inch to an inch. You're going to want to score it a little bit. Now mind you, I've never done this before, and I'm going off of videos that I have seen, okay? So bear with me. I don't know if this is the right way. This is just my way, and if it works, you guys will find out. And if it doesn't, you guys will find out also, because I heard after you do this, you still have to wait like anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks before you see anything happen. So I've done that here. Hopefully you guys can see that there. Again, I don't know if I have to do any more, but I think I've done enough to where it would soak through. I'm actually gonna to score it a little bit more or shave it a little bit more, just in case. And you guys be careful if you guys are doing this at home with your knives. Now, because I'm actually going to move this out the way because I got to get the potting soil in here. Now, right here, I have a mixture of Scott's Moisture Advantage potting soil and moss. Okay, I'm going to put pictures of them somewhere, probably here in this corner. Let me move this because I am actually at my nail table. I don't want that to distract you from the video. Anyway, so I have a mixture of that here. I have made sure that it has soaked through. If I move this a little bit, you guys will see some water there at the bottom. Now, this potting container, I got it from the dollar store. The trays that you saw at the bottom, I also got them from the dollar store. They actually look like this. And they're very, very flimsy. So what I did was, those are two. This is the third one. I kept it aside. That way I could show you guys. But I'm actually going to keep all three of them under this potting pot, or this flower pot. That way it's a little bit more sturdier. So I've heard that the best way of doing it is actually having potting, or not potting, sorry, root powder for flowers and stuff. And you would dip the end that we just scraped, this end right here, we would dip it into that, you know, rooting powder, and then you would stick it in here. But I've also heard that honey is just as good. So that's what we're going to do, because I don't have the powder, I have honey. So this right here is 100% honey, and that's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to speed through this process and get back to you guys here in just a little bit. Now what you want to make sure is that you pre-make your holes. That way when you put your stem in here, your honey or the powder, if you have the powder, stays with the actual stem. Okay, so I am going to speed through this just a little bit. Okay, so now that I have the amount of stems that I want to plant, I'm actually going to do a total of 10. As you guys saw, I did show you guys a white one because my hubby was very sweet. I actually have 2 more to the side because I won't be using all of them. My hubby was very sweet. He got me 10 roses, 10 red roses and 1 white rose. And the meaning to that, I'm going to share with you because it was very special to me. He actually put 10 red roses for the 10 years that we have been together. And 1 white rose because to him it symbolizes our everlasting friendship. Him and I are truly best friends. We've been through a lot. And we've been able to overcome things that regular people might not. I'm not going to say won't, but might not. So anyway, I'm going to finish putting honey on the bottoms of these and planting them. What I'm doing is I'm putting honey and then I'm putting it where I have made that hole and just pinching the top. That way that stem stays there secure. So I'm going to finish doing this and I will be back. Alright, you guys, so, excuse me, as you guys can see, I have put all 10 stems down with the honey, and I've given them what I would believe would be enough space, I would say. Yeah, I would say so. Again, I've never done this before. I don't know if this is going to give me any roots. I will keep you guys posted if it does, because it would be a very, very nice idea to keep the roses. Instead of getting them, you know, from the store, you can get them from your garden. And roses are very resilient when they are actually planted on the ground. Not when they're store-bought, because of course they don't have the nutrients from the soil or anything to keep them alive, and that's why they die out really quickly. But roses are a bush that's very resilient. It, you know, it's something that doesn't really die once it's potted on the ground. And that's my plan. I want a rose bush. So I will keep you guys updated as to how this is doing, if it, you know, gave me roots or not. But thank you very much for watching. I know this is a random video. It's not nail related. But I wanted to switch a little bit and give you guys something different. Again, today is February 25th. These roses were drying out, not completely though, they weren't completely dead. So I wanted to make sure I did this before they dried out and the stems dried out completely. I won't be posting this February 25th. It's probably going to be a couple days later, but I just wanted to give you a date. That way you guys can reference how good these roses had lasted just by me watering them. So yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. Bye guys.